Hi my loves, welcome back. Today we're going to be shopping my stash and we're going to do a full face with goodies that I already own and have in my collection. I love testing out new products, but there's just something about using things you already have that just makes it so much better because I have some good stuff in here if I do say so myself. So I'm going to fill up my little container and we're going to do a full face. So grab a snack, get cozy, or grab all of your goodies so we can get ready together and let's do some glam. Okay, first things first, let's pick out an eyeshadow palette because you guys know I always have to do my eye makeup first. I just cannot do my makeup any other way. And I'm thinking I want to do something very smoky with some gold and brown and just keeping it very monochromatic. This is actually one of my favorite drugstore palettes, the Jungle Lights from Flower Beauty. Look at these shimmers in here, you guys. They are incredible. Flower Beauty actually has this other palette here, Desert Lights. This is another very underrated palette. I mean, look at how big these are too. Stunning. I'll definitely have to do another drugstore makeup look and feature those again because they're amazing. But let's see. Let's go with some brown tones today. Makeup Revolution. This is a good little palette as well. It's like $8 and I love the tones in here, but I'm not going to use that. I think Dose of Colors actually might be a good option. The She's a 10 eyeshadow palette. This is gorgeous. Look at these tones. I mean, are you kidding? And this brand has amazing eyeshadow formulas. I really like that shade right there in Showstopper. It's like a brown with golden glitter. This might be the vibe for today. But you know, another good one for some like bronzy brown tones is this Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. So good. This is stunning and definitely has those very pretty like coppery brown tones. So I might use that another time, but I think I'm gonna go with the It's a 10 palette from Dose of Colors for eyeshadows. Let's pick out mascara and eyeliner. I actually think I wanna do a wing. Maybe I'll do black liner with brown and gold eyeshadow. And then for mascaras, honestly, a lot of these are super expired. I need to go through these, but I think I'm gonna go with Essence Lash Princess. This is one of my favorite affordable mascaras. It's just so good and it's like $5. So let's add that. And then for eyeliners, I'm gonna do just a rich, creamy black. I'm gonna just pick this one from Essence because I love this one. It is another one of my favorite affordable liners, a Stay and Play gel liner. And this one is in Black Raven. It's just a black. Over here, I have some more goodies that are pretty much new and things that I want to test out. I also have some backups of some products that I love. Like for instance, this highly rated mascara from Milani is incredible. It's a tubing mascara, but it's so good. I'm thinking I do have this Milani liner here that I could use for liquid liner. I don't remember the last time that I used this. It says it's a fine tip pencil. Maybe I'll use this today to do a wing. Let's add that to my little basket. Also, I got this Moon Dust palette from Urban Decay. I ordered it from Sephora, but it is unfortunately broken. You can still use it though, but I mean, I can definitely still use it, but that color, Cosmic Space Dust, I feel like would be really pretty with the vibe that I'm going for today, or even that Star Cowgirl shade. So maybe I'll grab this to use it. I've actually never tried this before because I was gonna return it, but then I ended up just keeping it because it was broken, but I can still use it. Let's pick out some primer and setting spray. I think I want to use an oldie but a goodie e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. This is one of the best gripping primers, really good. I think I'll actually use this today. And then maybe I'll use a pore filling primer because I always like to double prime. And you know what? This Hailey's Beauty one is amazing. Let me just use this. I have a mini guy here, so I'll use this little mini Refine Poreless Primer. This is so smoothing. I actually love this brand. You can get them on Amazon. This ColourPop spray is actually really good for like melting in your makeup. Good if you have dry skin. I should use this Catrice one, the Prime and Fine Dewy Setting Spray. I haven't used this in so long, and I remember loving this spray. Let me actually use this. This is another brand you can get on Amazon as well, by the way. I really, really like it. Let's pick out some foundation and concealer now. Since I'm gonna go a little bit more glam, I want something with good coverage for sure. And I have been loving mixing my foundations with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. So I'll probably end up just using that again today, to be honest, because I've been really enjoying this. I might use this Smashbox Always On foundation. This reminds me of the House Labs foundation, but it's a little bit less dewy, but it's gorgeous. It wears so nicely throughout the day. I have two different shades here. One is when I have a little bit of color. The other one, this lighter shade, is for my winter color. I might just use the Smashbox one. These are definitely more natural, kind of like my everyday spring, summer type of foundations. Love the Fenty Skin Tint also. Let's pick out some concealer now. These are some of my high-end concealers. I have a couple drugstore ones in here, but this is mostly high-end. Probably actually do a drugstore concealer since we have a high-end foundation. Let's do that instead. These are my affordable ones. I love the IRL Filter Finish from Makeup Revolution. That's a really good formula. Also obsessed with this CoverGirl Undercover Concealer. This is super full coverage. I do also have this Kokie Concealer. I have a bunch of shades in this and I have never tried it before. It's the Double Time Full Cover Concealer. For powder, I just want something to set my face because I'm going to use a loose powder for my under eyes. I honestly might just use my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder. I'm just such a creature of habit and this powder is so good. It's kind of one of those things like if it's not broken, don't fix it. And then these are a couple new products that I have here and I know what powder I want to use for my under eyes. The Huda Beauty Easy Bake. I recently fell in love with the Cherry Blossom shade, but I got the Pound Cake color. I used to use this years ago. So I want to use this again. This is super smooth and matte on the under eyes. Let's pick out some bronzer and blush. Let's do blush first. I want to do something very muted since I'm doing more like very smoky brown eyes. So I'm thinking just something very light, peachy, bronzy tones. This Moira blush actually looks very pretty. There are these ombre blushes. This actually could be a nice option in mellow pink. I actually like this. Which cream blush do I want to do? Something natural, but still something that pops. Oh, you know what? Let's go over to my vanity. I have something that I think I want to use. I have more blushes over here, and I think I'm actually going to go with the Juvia's Place Liquid Blush. And these are so pigmented. They're honestly more pigmented than Rare Beauty, but this is a really pretty color in Soft Tulip. Let's go with this one today. And bronzer. Let's see. I think I'm just going to do a powdered bronzer today since I have liquid blush. I don't think liquid bronzer is also necessary for today, so I'm just going to do a powder bronzer. I haven't used the Charlotte Tilbury one in a while. This is the Airbrush bronzer. That could be a good option. You know, another one that I love is this Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. It's just the shade range is not great at all, but this color, whenever I don't have any color to me, is really good. It gives a very natural flush. I could use that one, or I could use the Charlotte Tilbury one. That's another pretty option. Makeup by Mario. This is a good one too, actually. Let's do Makeup by Mario because it's been a while since I've used that. And then we have some drugstore and high-end options in there. And for lashes, I think I want to go with a more bolder lash today just because of the look that I have in mind. I could go with Kiss, but I always use Kiss lashes. Maybe I should use a different brand today. These Moira lashes are also really pretty. I remember I ordered a bunch of these last year. These are in the style Daring. Yeah, let's actually go with these. I love this brand, by the way. They have such good, affordable makeup. I remember I really liked these lashes last year, so let's go with these. And then now, last but not least, we need a good lip combo. I'm thinking something glossy brown, and I actually just got a new brown lip liner from Charlotte Tilbury. This one right here in Foxy Brown. I love Charlotte Tilbury lip liner formulas. They are super long wearing and creamy. I'm actually probably just gonna go with that one because I haven't used it. I love the iconic nude shade, but I wanted to try that brown color. And there's just a random eyelash right there. Cute. Maybe I could do a Fenty Gloss Bomb. This is my favorite gloss formula of all time. It's just incredible. I'm gonna go with Fenty Gloss Bomb in Hot Chocolate. It's just a gorgeous brown with some shimmer. I think it'll pair nicely with that lip liner. Maybe I'll do a lipstick too, just for right in the center. One of my favorite formulas is e.l.f. The satin lipsticks are incredible. I love the color No Doubt, but even the shade Hustle would actually be really pretty. Let's do Hustle, just right in the center. All right, let's also grab some eye primer. You guys already know I love the Rare Beauty one. It is my favorite. I'm also a really big fan of the Milani eyeshadow primer. And then where is my Dominique Cosmetics one? Because that one's really good too. I think it might be over here. Let's see. Yes, this is the other primer that I love, the Everlasting Eye Base. This is incredible. It's super opaque and pigmented. These drawers are not organized at all. I have just a bunch of random stuff that I like to use for prep. Like I have some eye creams in here, brow stuff. Also, I've been loving this Red Delicious lip oil from e.l.f. before makeup. It is so hydrating and gives a little bit of color. I'm actually going to use this today. And then I'm going to grab the eye primer from Rare Beauty. Also going to use one of these clearing eye masks for my under eyes. These are so refreshing. I love them while I get ready or before makeup. They're so good. So I got all the goods. Let's do it. I'm going to start off with my e.l.f. lip oil. I told you guys this has seriously been my favorite. It's so hydrating. And I'm going to apply the eye masks now while I do my eye makeup. I want to go for something just very smoky today. And I feel like my under eyes need a little pick me up though anyways. So this is what they look like. They feel so cooling and they actually have a nice texture to them, so they hold their grip and they won't slide off on your under eyes, which I love. Let's zoom in a little and we're gonna prime the lids first. This stuff lasts me forever. I just bought a new one and I've had it for over a year. It is amazing. Going in with the Dose of Colors palette, I'm gonna start off with this cream shade up top just to set the primer. If you guys have not tried Dose of Colors eyeshadows, I highly recommend. They're in my top 5 for eyeshadow formulas. It's just so good. Okay, and also I love that the palette comes with a mirror. So let's go in with the color Birthday Suit first. I'm gonna really focus that color on the outer lid and crease. And P.S. I just did my brows the way that I have been doing them, and I showed it in my winter makeup routine, so if you're interested, definitely check out that video because I go more into depth into how I do them. Let's take a little bit now of Decisions. Okay, wait, let's take this color right up top. That same brush. Also gonna work that in my crease. These have such a beautiful formula. The way that they blend is just so seamless. Okay, now that we've layered those up quite a bit, I'm gonna add some of the gorgeous chocolate brown right here. This one is, there's me. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the color Showstopper, which is that brown with golden shimmer. It's like almost like glitter, and I'm gonna put that all over the lid with a flat concealer brush. I have this one, and then I also have a tinier one. Which one should I use? The big one. You're right. Crown Case. I love this brush, and I'm gonna just apply that on the lid. We definitely are gonna spray the brush, and whenever I spray my brush, I usually just use whatever setting spray I'm using for the day. So today I'm using Catrice. Do about 2 sprays, dip and then spray, by the way. And I'm gonna start applying that all over the lid. Ooh, this is pretty. I'm definitely gonna add some glitter though over top of this. It does have a bit of a golden glitter finish, but I want to intensify that a little bit more, so we're gonna amp that up. I love it. This is, I feel like, a good like special occasion palette because you have all of your tones in here. She's bold, she's intense. Let's take this brown and I'm gonna just deepen up the outer lid just a little bit, kind of just using packing motions and then blending that out. Let's take Birthday Wish. It's a little bit more of a cool tone, deeper brown. I think it's gonna actually mesh a little bit better. And then this is all about the blending, the detail. It's one of those looks where you kind of have to go back and forth with your eyeshadows. You add a little more, you blend, add a little more, blend. But just, I always say, trust the process. I'm gonna let's take this color on a small blending brush. I'm just gonna run that right on the outer edge to diffuse out any harsh lines and just keep that warmth in the crease. Woo, that's intense. We gotta do a little bit more blending, but I really like the way this looks so far. I'm definitely gonna add a bold lash, and that liquid liner I think is gonna tie it all together. I'm gonna take the Moon Dust palette from Urban Decay. So the Space Cowboy I have in the single eyeshadow, but this is nice because you get 4 different glitters. I think I'm gonna take Cosmic Space Dust and maybe Star Cowgirl. Let's do, oh man, no, it's crumbling. Hold on. Let's do Cosmic Space Dust. Does anyone else hate returning makeup? Because I don't like it. Then I feel like it's wasteful. So I usually don't. And then also I'm lazy when it comes to doing that kind of stuff. So sometimes I just kind of deal with something if it's broken. It depends. Let's add some liquid liner. I'm gonna use the Milani Fine Tip pen. I remember using this a while back, but they sent it to me in a little PR package. So let's try it again. This one is in black. Wow, this is really, really dark. Dang. The felt tip is a little bit like stiff. I like when it's a bit more flexible. I love the way this turned out. I ended up using the Moira lashes in 09 Daring. I trimmed the inner corners. Now let's do the complexion, which is always my favorite part of doing makeup. I love eyeshadow, but I could do complexion all day. So I'm gonna go in with the Illuminating Prime and Fine spray from Catrice. This brand used to be available at Ulta, and I feel like sometimes I forget about them because they're not at Ulta. You can get them on Amazon now, but I miss when they were at Ulta. They're so good. But let's shake this up. It does say on the bottle, by the way, shake before use. I'm gonna prep the skin with this. Woo! She's intense. Oh, that smells good. I forgot actually how good that smells. Super hydrating. I needed that. And then for the primer, we're gonna do a little concoction. I love double priming. It definitely goes a long way, I think, with the longevity of your makeup. So we're gonna go in first with the Dupop Jelly Primer from e.l.f. This also smells like watermelon. It reminds me of summer. So with gripping primers, I pretty much like to apply them all over because I want my makeup to stick and last all day, but you can really concentrate the primer in areas where your makeup fades the fastest, which for me, it's around my nose, around my mouth, my chin. So I focus most of the product there, and then with the rest, I just apply it on the rest of my face. Oh yeah, I already feel the stickiness. And then for my pores, I'm going to use the Haley's Beauty Refine Poreless Primer. I really like this because you can actually notice a difference with it smoothing you out, and you just need a tiny bit. And I like to just put it wherever I have the largest pores. It's so good. And now let's do a foundation combo of the day, e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This honestly looks good with any foundation in my opinion. You just cannot go wrong. And then I'm gonna add a little Smashbox Always On foundation. I'm gonna do about a pump and a half. Because what's nice about the e.l.f. Halo Glow is that it's also gonna give you a little bit of coverage in there too. So then you can use less foundation with this. Sometimes even I just use the e.l.f. Halo Glow by itself and it's so pretty. Fresh foundation brush, nothing better. I'm gonna really press that in. I honestly could have even just used a pump of the foundation, maybe even a little bit less. Is that a good color? It's a little bit light, but I think we can make it work. I like to avoid applying foundation in my under eyes because I already have a lot of fine lines. So I don't want to use any extra product under there. I just like to keep that area for concealer. Let's try out this new concealer, Double Time Full Cover from Kokie. I've had this in my collection for a minute actually, and I've never tried it before. Is this gonna be too dark? Ooh, deep tan. I don't think this is gonna work. Hold on, let me wipe that off. I'm gonna do a little bit of a lighter color. hold on, let me grab another shade. I got another color instead, medium beige. I think this should be better. Maybe I could have even went down another color, but oh yeah, it's kind of a little bit orangey. I don't know if you guys can really see that. It's just because this color is not like a perfect match. Wow, that looks really good though. It's so smooth. You can probably see like the undertone is kind of orangey, yet this is not a good shade. I might have to lighten this up a little bit more. I have a couple of shades in this actually. Typically with Koki, what I've noticed in the past is that the shades run pretty light, so I thought maybe I could make this work, but I don't think so. That looks really good though. It has good coverage, definitely a full coverage concealer. Just the shade is off. So let me grab another one and we're gonna lighten this up. Third time's the charm. This color that I have is medium honey. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this right in here. You honestly don't even need this much product because the concealer is so full coverage, but I'm just trying to make the shades work over here. It looks really, really good though. Wow, why have I not used this? That looks beautiful. It actually looks really good though. Even though I added too much product, it's still blending very nicely into the skin. Okay, Koki, really pretty. So I think I'm gonna have to get like another shade. So if I mix deep tan and medium honey, I get a pretty good match, but I'm gonna try to look at my collection and find a better match without having to mix the shades, but 10 out of 10 for the formula so far. It looks really good. Let's do some liquid blush. I'm gonna go in with the Juvia's Place liquid blush. I feel like all things Juvia's Place is just so good. Very high quality. Soft Tulip is what I'm using today. I'm gonna use that much, which is honestly way too much. But let's blend. Oh yeah, wait, I actually don't really want to use this color. I thought it was going to be a little bit more warm. I wanted something a little bit more, kind of more on the orangey side, but it's okay. I think I'm just gonna use a different powdered blush. But you see how that has such a nice blend to it? I love Rare Beauty liquid blushes, but I feel like these are slightly more blendable. They're so easy too. They just melt into the skin. Oh, it's still a really pretty color actually. Yeah, no, I'm gonna just add, maybe I'll do another type of powdered blush over top to make it a little bit more warm. But this is a pretty shade. Let's go in with powder. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty powder. This has such a strong fragrance. I like it though because it smells like perfume, but it smells like a good smelling perfume. So I really like it. If you don't like fragrance, you're probably not gonna like this powder, but it is gorgeous on the under eyes. I think this is the color that I used to use a couple years back, but we're gonna use it again today. I definitely need a bit of brightness on my under eyes too because the concealer match is actually not perfect, but it's all good. So I'm gonna just press that. Okay, this looks crazy. Let me just take a fluffy brush and kind of just brush away the excess. I'm gonna set the rest of the makeup with my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder. This is just the best. I just love this one and the Charlotte Tilbury one. I feel like if I could only pick one pressed powder to use for the rest of my life, it would be those two. At first I was like, maybe is the blush gonna be a little bit too bright or too pink, but I actually really like it with the look, and you can still see the color even after you set it, so you don't really have to layer it. But I always recommend layering your blushes because that's usually the first thing to go when it comes to your makeup fading throughout the day. So layering is always key. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add this Moira blush, but then I'm gonna do something else over top. Hold on. Okay, let's add the blush. So I'm gonna go in with the Moira Signature Ombre Blush in Mellow Pink. These are super pigmented, and actually Koki has blushes that are similar to this as well. So let me apply a little bit of this. Look at that pigment. I'm just gonna do a very light kind of dusting of that. I actually really like that color. I need to contour my nose. I actually need to add bronzer. Don't let me forget because I need to do that. And you know what? I just grabbed this primer infused blush in Always Peachy from e.l.f. It's a very light muted peach, but I'm gonna take that same brush and kind of just add that right to the apples of the cheeks to bring back some of that warmth. And I'm also going to do a very warm nude lip combo, so I always like everything to be very monochromatic. That is exactly what I needed. These are also really pigmented. e.l.f. we need more shades in these because it's such a good powdered blush. It's matte, but it goes on super smooth and pigmented. And I also forgot to grab a highlighter, so I just grabbed the Glow Seeker highlighter from ABH. This is a new addition to my collection, but it is so wet. It gives like Amrezy vibes. 2016 highlighter, you know? And I'm just gonna add that right over the blush with that same brush, just as a blush topper kind of moment. Definitely need to set the makeup with setting spray. I feel like once I do, everything just looks more marinated and better. But this highlighter is gorgeous. I'm also going to pop this in the inner corner in just a minute. If you like that wet golden glow, this is for you. And you can also, of course, use it as an eyeshadow, which is nice. The packaging is super luxe. Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzer in light medium. I'm going to take this around the perimeter of my forehead pretty much. Ooh, I like this. Gives like sun-kissed vibes. Okay, now let's do the inner corner highlight. I'm going to go back in with the, I was going to say the Amrezy highlighter, but the Glow Seeker highlighter. I'm going to pop some of that right in the inner corners. I love a good inner corner highlight. This is another step that I feel like is crucial in your makeup routine. You could even do a matte shade, but it makes such a difference. I feel like it just brings everything together, and together is better. If you ever just want to amp up any look that you're doing too, add some black liner. It's gonna make it so much more dark and smoky, sexy. It just brings it all together. Like, especially when you do a smoky eye like this. I'm going to take a little bit of brown eyeshadow in the palette. I'm going to go in with this color. I'm going to just smoke out my lash line. Essence Lash Princess is also an OG product for me. I love this mascara. I feel like either you love it or you hate it. Charlotte Tilbury Foxy Brown Lip Liner. I like this color. Ooh, it's like the perfect warm brown. Very fitting with this look. I'm gonna fill in my lips with this as well. Add a little e.l.f. lipstick in the center, and this one's in the color Hustle, which is, I think, perfect with the blush that I used earlier. See, it kind of has like that orangey, peachy hue. So I'm just gonna put that right in the center. And then once you do that, go back in with your eyeliner and just, or lip liner, and just kind of blend that in. And of course, we gotta add some gloss over top. Fenty Hot Chocolate. My favorite lip gloss of all time. I'm not gonna lie, this makeup look just brought me back to life, and it's giving chocolate caramel vibes, and I'm here for it. I also love this little shop my stash moment that we did. Let me know how often you guys want me to do these, and I can incorporate this more frequently on my channel, because I absolutely love shopping my stash, rediscovering old favorites, and just using products that I already own, whether they're new or older. It's seriously my favorite. I loved everything that I used today, by the way. 10 out of 10. The concealer, I will keep you guys updated the more that I use it, but so far I'm loving the coverage and how it looks. I just need to get my perfect shade. I think the powder that I use from Huda Beauty, I think I like the Cherry Blossom shade more than the color that I used today, but in general though, I love everything else. I mean, the blush and highlighter combo, here for it. Lip combo, definitely here for it. And then this chocolate golden eye, it's like the smokiness, I'm just obsessed with it all. So this is your sign to shop your stash, use the products you already have, and do a brown look, because this is so perfect for this time of year. So thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with me. Don't forget to subscribe for new videos every week, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye.